Everybody's getting us on now. You guys are killing me.
Okay. Yeah, no. What's up, y'all? How y'all
Yo,
doing? This is episode 14 of the Apple Sample podcast. Um, I'm joined by. I feel like every time I say we're joined by a special guest, but it's like every guest is special. Like,
Every
what the
guest is
hell?
special, so there's nothing wrong with that.
Literally, exactly. But like this one, I'm particularly excited about. So, yeah, welcome ECB.
yo,
How you doing, man?
man, chilling, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. I think, guy, I don't know if you remember this story, but like I remember in like summer 2022, right? I came to your house and I was talking to people there, Sha, and then I was just like, oh, like you were not there, so I was like, oh, how far Edwin? And then they were like, oh, he's producing, and at the time it was like, oh, this is just you, this is just what he's doing, like on the side and everything. And I remember when I first saw one of like the TikToks that like you and Lua were posting, and I was like, this is crazy that this is what we were talking about as not we, but like they were talking about as like, oh, this is just something he's doing, and like now it's like, oh shit, like this is where it's come to now.
Yeah,
And so, do you remember? Do you remember like how at least like people close to you were like seeing you're producing now, and like
them,
how does the switch up feel?
them especially. It's like the funniest thing because obviously, I'm sure you know, obviously, because we've known each other for some time. But like,
Mhm.
they're all basically like my sisters, and we're like pretty much always around each other. Like that's my sisters and my cousins just by default, and the way life has been. So like
Mhm.
when I started and like I was doing it a lot more often, it would be them that would be disturbing with the noise basically. And
Mm,
that's how they
Yeah.
started at the time.
yeah.
Obviously versus like now. And like they were just always they found it so funny at some points, but I don't blame them because I was funny about it sometimes too. But
Yeah.
now obviously they obviously like they support me in the ways they can. They take it like seriously the way I take it seriously to an extent. And sometimes they're even the ones like pushing me when I'm like not fully there
Mm.
sometimes.
On top of things, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's actually been. I always laugh at it honestly, especially my sister. But like she like it's been a funny transition basically. Long story short.
Yeah. And we see them in like the videos and stuff. So it's like they're even like involved in the visuals. And then there was a lower song I was listening to where he actually mentioned like Joel, Moyo, Mujala. I was
Yeah,
like, okay, so they're even there in the law self, they're in the cycle.
yeah. Well, back then, sure, but yeah, like
Things have changed.
the cycle is not the P anymore now. But
Okay, yeah, first.
yeah. But in terms of the law and like law is my brother, so it's like, bro, just
Mm.
like it's reflected in the music because it's like yeah, it's actually like that. Like
Hmm.
they have their own relationship, which is nice to see also.
Okay, fresh. But before we get too deep into the questions and stuff, we usually start with like
What
what
are
we've
we
been
listening
listening
to?
to.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Mm-hmm.
so, so we don't start.
Yeah, sure. I haven't wrote it down because it's actually been a lot. I've been listening to a lot of Manny Fresh because I'm going for an event where I don't know if he's DJing or performing as well.
Manny
But as
Fresh.
Manny, yeah, like he used to make a lot of low beats like back in the day. I mean, he still did like 2020s or 2010s, but like mostly like back in the day.
That's cool.
Efe Oraka's album was insane. Like I've been listening to that on repeat. Um, Turn Up For Me is really good. Actor. And there's this song called Never Leave You Alone. That's like it's like very I don't know what the it's kind of poignant. Like that means sad, right?
Poignant
I
just
think
means that
so.
like it makes you feel something. It
Yeah,
touches
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
There's no
Like
Okay.
going moves you.
it's like an a cappella kind of beat and she's singing on it, but like it's like it sounds like people are clapping during devotion. That's how it sounds. So like I've never heard that on a song before. And obviously like devotion doesn't come with a lot of great memories for me, but like it's
Okay.
still a very good song. Like it's like very somber. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
She's the one that posted about what's it called, like her
I
journey
think
through like the
so.
music industry and
Yeah.
stuff, and she was like,
Yeah.
"This EP, okay, Fez, I'll listen.
Yeah.
I'll listen.
What's the name of the song? Never Leave You.
Never leave you alone.
Never leave
Yeah.
you alone."
John, Never Leave You Alone.
And then the EP is called F. Again.
Yeah.
It's like a baby picture of herself.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
3CB next.
Um. So I've actually been jamming Drake's album. Like I really fuck with like Make Them Pay and Make Them Cry.
Wait, which one is that one?
Iceman.
Because there's three now. Okay, Iceman.
Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
sorry. But I need Iceman is the most serious one. Sorry, that's the one I
Mm.
consider as Drake's album.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
that aside, it's just like I've been listening to a lot more like on my piano.
That's Toby's bag. Can't lie.
Did you say
I
it's
was about
back?
to say I've listened to a lot of
That's
that as well,
Toby's
but I
bag.
forgot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah,
used to. I think when I was first getting into the genre, he had this place called To Be Piano one and two.
okay.
So I was just like
There's three,
spin
but
that one and then
maybe
just
during summer.
you didn't exactly you didn't share the third one now. We haven't
It's not
listened to that
public
one
yet.
yet.
Like I'm really liking that Zep song,
Mm.
and I think generally I'm just listening to like I'm taking in the genre itself because it's not
Yeah.
like I never really loved like Ashake. I've fucking with his new album too. I never really
Mm.
liked my piano like listen to it in my free time,
Mm.
but like
Mm-hmm.
I'm really taking it in like musically. Like I'm like yeah, I'm just being inspired by it right now. I would say like I've been listening to a lot of Afro House too. Like it's
Mm.
kind of been all over the place because I think for me, like I listen like I know everybody says this, but I actually listen to everything. But it's like if you ask me what I'm listening to, I'm trying to think about the things that have made me feel something recently, not just
Yeah.
what's up.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I would say that's like on my piano, like Afro House, like I'm listening to a lot of Black Coffee because like
Mm.
that's somebody I look up to a lot. Drake has actually been really inspiring me. That like his lyrics in the album are moving me. Um and then obviously like the people I make music with, I've been listening to their stuff a lot too.
Mm.
Like I fuck with them as well. But yeah. Song of the month.
Okay, mad. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. I like Shaba a lot. Marva and There's a Black and Spinner. That's the song I've been spinning
I think that
recently.
that that come out on Friday.
Not too long ago, I
But
think 2 weeks
oh, I
ago.
haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's recent.
Yeah.
Can't lie with what's it called? I was telling ECB like I've been getting ready for moving. So music has I find that whenever I'm like when life gets like busy as shit and like I have to like move places or like travel or anything, my music just goes down. Like I either like resort to like shit that like I've always been listening to,
Yeah.
or I just don't listen to music at all. So
Right.
right now, there's only like I mean, funny enough, it's been going back to like preparation for this interview, just listening to like samples or the original songs for things that you sampled already. So like I'm checking like the top of my like songs and like putting is here, and then what's it called? I know that like Black Coffee did the original for what's it called? The Superwoman. But then, Get It Together, Drake's Get It Together was also
Yeah.
like pretty similar to. So I was like, there's always I remember I went to that one first and I was like, this is
The
not the
Coco.
cocoa. Where is the cocoa? Yeah, so I had to go and find
Yeah.
the cocoa. And then what's it called? There's this artist that Toby had put me on to, Liam LaSalle. He's from
Okay.
Harlem.
Yeah, I think so.
And
Try
what's it called?
NYC.
He just dropped a song. Yeah, NYC. He dropped a song recently called R.I.P. Peace. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool as well. So I'm
Oh.
fucking with that. I mean, there's one song on TikTok that's been trending.
Is
Endorsement
it
one.
Chase? Oh, I don't know that. I thought it
Who's
was
chased
that
by?
Chi Mario song.
Or
There's
is
like
it
it's
that you
like
the
a
cake?
yeah. I thought that was what you were going to say.
Is Umbiligi Umbiligi
I don't know this song.
Yeah, I'm not,
Guy, if you
yeah.
see that Nigerian hip hop in like let me see when this thing came out, but I'm going to say like between 2000 and 2008,
Yeah, there
2009,
was
guys.
something.
Just it's too fresh, man. It's too Jesus. This
Yeah.
came out in 2020. No, I think this was like you know how sometimes they do that thing where like
Release, yeah.
Yeah.
an old artist, yeah, they like probably remastered it because I'm like, there's no way this came out in 2020 in the pandemic.
Why did
It's
you
possible,
Because
surprise?
Sam.
You know
because
Nigeria.
even looking at the cover, what do you
Yeah,
say?
it's old.
Okay, no, but from the cover you can probably tell. So maybe you're right. Actually.
Exactly, that you'll be like, wait,
Yeah.
what? But to be fair, maybe you. Oh no, I'm seeing here he was a renowned Fuji singer and he's been making
Yeah.
music since the
Yeah,
1980s.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Maybe this is his comeback.
Who is it by?
King Dr. Saheed Osupa.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think I'm not sure if that's the guy. Like, I think what's his name sampled him. You know that guy on TikTok.
I sorry, I'm that song. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think maybe he's actually making a comeback. Like he might be.
maybe.
Like,
That's fucking crazy that you said that guy on TikTok and Toby knew your talk. Because when you said that, I was like, oh, for
yeah,
sure, that
It's
guy.
like the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
popular Fuji
yeah.
Apala
Because
sample.
that means you do your research, but yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, probably.
Mm.
Like,
My bad.
no, no, not
But
in that
what's it?
way. But it doesn't mean that like. Do you listen to Coyote? Like I think that's the name of the artist, right?
No, I
Yeah, I
don't.
mean,
I've heard the song a bunch of times though.
okay, maybe
Wait,
not.
what does it sound like?
It's like
I
Fuji
can't
but
explain it.
trap. Like trust me, once you
Yeah,
hear it, you'll know
yeah,
actually
I was
why.
about to say, I'm like, this might be a thing, but like, if I hit, I'll be like, oh, okay, is this
yeah.
thing, is this
Yeah,
thing?
it will be that. It
Mhm.
will be that.
Okay, okay, Fizz. I don't know. I was, what's it called? Trying to get. The thing is, we've known each other, but then I didn't know about like specifics of like when you went to uni and stuff like
Okay.
that. But then I had seen that you went to North and Loughborough.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
what's it called?
oh
Huh?
yeah. Not so enough, right? Yeah. I forgot about that.
Okay. And forgetting about us is great. Did you do like a long time there, or like you transferred after a while?
It's Love Brother I forgot about, no not because it didn't feel
Oh,
like I was in
Loughborough.
university. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not actually very logical.
Okay, okay, first. But then I know what's it called? Lua also went to Loughborough. So
Yeah,
did you guys meet each other like in your uni times, or like you've known each other like for a while now?
we've known each other for a while, so we met like secondary school, like when I was in like year 9 or year 10,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
and like he was like in the year above. Sorry, year 10. Sorry, I was in year 11. One of those years, year 10 or year
Mm.
11.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was in the year above. But like we weren't really friends until like when I got into sixth form. So when I was in year 12,
Mm.
so like maybe
Mm-hmm.
year after, so probably year 11, then year 12, we became friends properly.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then was the anecdote where like what's it called? You know, your sister and cousins were talking about you getting into producing. Was that when you had started, or like for a while now you already like, okay, I want to try? Like, was it like before? So I'm thinking my first introduction into like you as a producer was like 2021, 2022. Was
Yeah.
that when you started?
Um. Yeah. Actually, yeah. So
Okay.
around 2022, 2020. Yeah, I started like 5 years ago now. Like around this
Yeah,
time,
it's
like, 5 years
2021.
ago.
Yeah.
So 2021. Like
Mm.
2021 is when I started. Like that was
Okay, Fizz.
like I decided I was
5 years
gonna
as
start
well.
producing on my like yeah, it's a while, yeah. I said I was gonna start producing on my birthday then, or around my birthday,
Mm.
right before. Then like during summer, I got into it properly.
What made
Why?
you make the
Why?
decision? Yeah, literally.
Um, so it's like a few things, like that's around that period of time. Like obviously, Lua had already started making music, and
Yeah.
it's like the backstory of like my relationship with producing is that it's actually something I had thought about before, but like I think I've said this before. Like I was always like, oh, there's no point. Like I felt at
Mm.
the time that there was no point. Like what are you gonna do differently? Like
Mm.
like there's so much music being made and so much good music being made. What's actually the point? But then I think like obviously like I naturally grew up from that because obviously the first time I thought about it was when we just used to go to studio for fun, like in school, like no one
Mm.
when freestyle record. I was always shit at freestyling, so I would never like freestyle, I
Mm.
would just record guys.
Yeah.
And then like yeah, shall I fast forward to like around my birthday, like I think we just had like I was obviously seeing how hard he was going for everything at the time, or like how seriously he was taking everything. And I think like obviously first year of uni, like a lot is happening, lots of different, you can just imagine just experiences, taking things, blah, 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 to
Mm-hmm.
summarize the story. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and from that, basically, like, I was like, oh, like, I basically like grew into the realization that, like, there's no point of saying that it's been done before. Like,
Yeah.
nobody is the same. So whatever anybody creates is going to be different. And like why not? Like I generally just adopted like what do I actually like? I just started thinking about what I want to do long term and legacy I want to leave behind in my life. And I was like, I just have to
Mhm.
try. So it was that kind of like I was just thinking very existentially in that period of time, and that's kind of what made me like be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try and like do like try my best. And like yeah, that's how I decided basically.
And bro, I'm glad you did, man. Cause literally, like, I think there was a tweet that we saw one time where somebody posted they were like 3CB. I really wasn't familiar, and truly, like, I feel like obviously you can't like it's hard to like tell what type of music somebody will make just by like looking at them or knowing them, but it's like
Mhm.
Yeah,
where like you've taken it to has just been. I'm just like this guy is cooking something here. Like this
yeah,
is
thank
this
you.
is serious. Like it's real good shit. Um,
Yeah.
I was looking through. I was trying to find what like your earliest credits on Spotify was just to like get like a timeline. And funny enough, maybe it was wrong, but then for Hero, you're not even listed as a producer. It was a songwriter or lyricist.
Oh,
Lyricist.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
Was
this-
that was that was that lyricist exact? Was that accurate? Like, did you help with this? Was there like a songwriting
Yeah.
phase before the producing?
No, so funny enough, not really, no. But like on that song was actually after. I think that was after the first time I produced it. Like I think that was
Okay.
after the first track I produced for the. Because I think that was 2022, early 2022, and the first track I produced for the would have been late 2021.
Mhm.
And like I was like, yeah, no. I'm trying to remember if I went to the studio with him before I started making beats. Yes, I did. But I wasn't songwriting. I was just watching like the
Mhm.
process and everything. So obviously,
Mm-hmm.
like like that was my first introduction to like everything.
So, but,
My
I,
the thing
I,
is
I thought I was talking about this.
no, because I have my question. At least my first question is like
Yeah,
related to like the videos and everything. Because I feel like now, or maybe not now, but like in the past 20 years,
yeah,
like we've probably seen more producers than we used to see before. Like before, producers used to be like someone that like people that are playing instruments, blah blah,
hundred
like
percent. Yeah,
now Rogers or Michael Jackson or something. And like
yeah,
now, like there's more space in front for people who are producing with technology, right? And I
yeah,
wanted to ask, like, have you always wanted to be in the front? Because obviously there are not many producers like you who are like in the
yeah.
videos, like in the creative stuff here.
Okay, yeah, yeah. That's a good question. I think no, definitely not. I hated the idea of it.
Hmm.
Like I feel like I've changed so much because of like wanting to take music as far as I can take it because it's like I'm
Hmm.
like naturally like a very reserved person.
Yeah,
Like if I could see if like even from maybe even 3 years ago I was looking at myself doing this, I wouldn't be able to
yeah,
close my mouth. I'll just be like, whoa. So it's
yeah.
like, yeah, definitely not what I initially like wanted out of this. If that makes
That's fair.
sense.
I feel like giving somebody who is shy the TikToks that like the TikToks are such like an accurate presentation because it's like you're not even yanning. Like it's just
Yeah,
music and then guy like there's some videos that I watch and I'm just like guy what the this guy is not serious. Like I think there was one where you were painting on the
Mhm.
link bridge and then you just threw the paintbrush and then shook the conductor and I was
Yeah,
like okay
I
for sure
enjoyed that
bro
one, man.
for sure
I enjoyed that
for
one.
sure
That was a fun
and
one.
then can't lie. Like let me even. I'm trying to think of some. I'm trying to think of some that like I really like that you can tell me like would I even be like which ones? Which ones were? Is there even like any discomfort when you're making them, or is it just like let's just do this thing and then go going?
Well, it depends, but a lot of the time, yes, there's discomfort. Like the ones where there's no discomfort are the ones where it's like I see something like,
hmm,
oh shit, let's do this. Like, and I'm like,
hmm,
I do it without like much planning, and it doesn't require like
yeah,
there's no friction. But like sometimes, every now and again, especially with the ones where you plan, those are the ones that end up having the most friction because it's like
hmm,
you may either have only one or two takes because before the person
hmm,
that's whatever. You may not be allowed to shoot then. It's like
yeah,
nobody's there, and you just realize after the fact when guys are, being funny about it, or
Mm-hmm.
like, let's say like, Yeah, that's the majority of what happens. I know the what's it called, the bridge one. Like I nearly, like, there's like holes in the bridge. I
Yeah,
was playing and I
Like
wasn't
on
paying
the floor.
attention to. Yes, there's holes, like there's like those whatever. I wasn't paying
that
attention.
take you to like the
Yeah, I nearly fell inside one. Yeah,
crazy.
that's something that happened, Sha. But just things like that. Like sometimes, like safety, I'm never really doing it in an unsafe place per se, but just people getting on your case is the majority of the issue.
Yeah,
But yeah.
okay, first.
Are you doing a
And
lot of the IGT?
Yeah, like yeah, like more. I would say more or less like all of it. Like sometimes people give me ideas though. Like my friends give me
Mm-hmm.
ideas. Like, oh, you should do this. If you did this, it'd be
Yeah.
cool. Or it's like, even like, for example, like for like our last release, like Go and I, he said that, oh, like it would make sense if you just stick to this type of thing. So people do always give me
Mm.
ideas to do with it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
That's fresh.
I was even going to ask, speaking of like your friends, sometimes on the credits, like you may produce, sometimes you produce by yourself, obviously, but then sometimes you may like co-produce with like Awful Daniel, or I never
yeah.
pronouncing his name well. The westernized version is Raid. Is it Raid?
Yeah, Reed. I didn't know it was a Nigerian name. I thought it was Reed all this time. Is
No,
it
no,
Nigerian?
I was going to no, I was going to say is it Raid or Ride? Because you know there's Lide. So I was like,
Oh,
boys
is
Raid,
that
Abi.
right? There? I think it's Reed
I mean,
though.
if they,
Unless,
in my head, I'm like, if there's Lide, then there should be Ride. But like, let's just say Raid. Let's say Raid.
yeah, I
I
don't think
don't
he's a
think
Yoruba
I
guy,
don't
Sha.
think Ride is a Yoruba or Ride is a Yoruba
He's
name.
Ride
a
is it?
Yoruba
Okay,
name,
okay.
Abi.
If I jam him, I'll, if I jam him, I'll ask. But like, wait, okay, so if you're co-producing with like Awful Daniel or Raid or like Jeremy Cartier, like,
Yeah,
what does that look like? Is there like a specific thing that like when you're like teaming up with them, like you take care of like drums or like keys, or like does it just change from song to song?
I think it changes for person to person. Like mainly because obviously, like I feel like you develop habits like from working with people. I think
Mm.
with Raid, he would usually just send me like loops, and it's like I flip the loops and like I make the beats around the loop.
Mm.
And then with with Awful Daniel, that's somebody I would say like it varies a lot. Like he's very like he really likes to try a lot of things. So especially like for his production. So like his songs like that he ends up hopping on.
Yeah.
So like that one he could send me drums, he could send me like just vocals to build around, he could send me like anything. And then like yeah, with a lot most people it's me flipping loops, like because I
Mm.
don't make as much loops to send out unless it's for a specific purpose. But yeah.
Mm.
Mhm. Okay, it does. And guy, like I think your music is one of the, sometimes when Americans talk about like producers, they be like, oh, like this shit was like he's bringing back shit for like my childhood and like picking up all the references. Like when I listen
Yeah.
to you, it feels like you were we
Mm.
were in the same parlor watching the same channels on DSTV. Like I'm like, these niggas like this is so as per like these guys were watching the same Ben 10, they were watching the same
Wait.
Hannah Montana on Disney Channel, Disney XD. Like everything is so like lifted from a lot of shit that I grew up around. And it's like, when did
Yeah.
you at what point were you like, oh shit, like this is I'm good, I want to put this in the music. Like um I want to like world build in this way and like use all these references from before.
Yeah. I think it was like when like there was a point where like before like I dropped my first thing like project as a producer, like EP as a producer, that like when I decided to do that, I think it changed a lot of things for me subconsciously. Cause then it's like I think I started taking more ownership over like ideas and like who I'm working with and like what I'm actually trying to do. So once I still
Hmm.
started thinking more about what I was trying to do, like, like how we're doing this thing together, like I think naturally everything just became a lot more personal and like that reflected in the music. So I think like, and that was like, I think that first drop was 2023. So I think it was then
Hmm.
like once I decided that, okay, this, like I'm also going to make this like about me. Like not that you can't do that like when you're besides the
Mm.
scenes, but it's like I just felt like I was naturally like forced to be more responsible for what I'm actually putting out, because it's like
Mm,
I'm not just going to do things or like put things out without feeling so heavily connected to it.
mm,
And it's like that's the way I want to view my music. So I guess it just subconsciously became that way.
Was
that's
that
very interesting.
cytokinesis?
Yeah, yeah, chronokinetic, yeah.
Chronokinetic, my bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, that one.
So what were you about to say?
I was going to say you answered the question I was going to ask, or partially answered the question I was going to ask about nostalgia. Because I feel like the way you do it is not like, oh, you know, I was there too, and you were there too, and we
Yeah,
have to like this thing. Like,
yeah,
it's not. It's I don't know. It's not. I don't know what the word to use, but it's not. It's not in your face.
yeah,
Like, I'm listening to it and I'm thinking, oh, this is a 3CB song, or like 3CB worked on this song. I'm not thinking, oh, this is a very this. I'm not thinking about the sample so much. Like
yeah,
it's there, but like subconsciously, like I'm
yeah,
thinking more about like your own take on it. Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
which I appreciate.
And I do appreciate that a lot, because that would like, I feel like any other way, yeah, just wouldn't represent me as much, and I don't think that would help in the grand scheme of things. But yeah,
And I feel like what's it called? The eras are different as well from like where I've noticed your samples. Like, for I've heard samples from like early Drake, which is like 2010s, and then you
yeah,
have something that's like what's it called? The one there's I've noticed samples that are like from like 2020, and it's like what I know sometimes like when producers work on samples and stuff, like you really like you delve into something for a while before you like come back out. Like, has there been like any like experimentation that was like particularly fun? Like when you're like going through like like when you picked the what's it called? The what's the word I'm looking for? I beat the song. Say something. When you chose to
yeah.
sample Say Something, had you already tried like different songs on the album before you settled on that one? Or like was it just okay, this is the one?
Um, so for that specific, okay, yeah, no, I get exactly what you mean. That specific like time period, or like that sound, that was kind of like inspired by like the way I kind of like it was the song. Like I found the song and I was like, this is so crazy. I was just going into
Mhm.
like a lot of songs from that time period. Like I was just listening to a lot of that, and I was like, damn, like I love this so much. Like, and then I guess it just happened to make sense, because like it's also like Timberland on the song, who's doing something similar
Mhm.
to what I'm trying to do. So I guess
Mm-hmm.
maybe subconscious reasons also stuck out to me, but like that's how that kind of worked. Like I just really really like the song itself. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
And then random cue before we go like move it to another question. Are there ever times where you guys are just like watching old shit? Like where it's like even to this day now, like you guys are just watching Alien Force or like Zeke
uh,
and Luther just to like revisit the feeling again? Or do they
yeah.
just do the references just come randomly as like you're going through life?
So I know Laura does that a lot, like, but just out of interest, because he really
Mhm.
likes like watching stuff like that. I think for me, same, but like not as much, because like I watch a lot of anime, and like I
Mhm.
like just like that's like my thing. So it's like I'm not going to
Mhm.
watch like anything else over that most of the time. But
Yeah.
like yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I would say like recently, like random ass stuff. I really like Steven Universe. Like I started watching Steven
Okay,
Universe,
first.
even though that one is relatively recent, but that
Oh,
one,
you just got into it now.
no. Like I just kept on
Okay.
like like that's one of the shows from like childhood, quote unquote, that I just never stopped watching.
Yeah.
Like I just kept on watching
Mhm.
Yeah.
it, and then like
Yeah.
let's see what else. Generator X I watched as well recently. Like
Mhm.
that
Mm-hmm.
one, like that one I watched for the idea of like going back, but that was cool. So like
Mhm.
it's not something I reference directly. But yeah, what else? I don't think I do that much anymore though. I think my thing from back then, the music videos. I love watching old music videos. Like especially
Mhm.
when I'm
Okay.
like listening to music, like because I love watching music videos in general. I watch a lot of music
Mhm.
videos, and then it's like if I'm like just like going back to a specific time, it's so interesting to see what their music videos look like. Like if I'm listening to a lot of
Mhm.
Yeah.
times. So yeah, that I would say that's what I do.
Okay, first, I
Very quick
think
random question.
yeah.
Do you DJ or have any inclination to want to DJ at some point?
Yeah, yeah, DJ. Yeah, like I DJed like at a party like last like on
It
Monday.
was last week now.
Yeah, last week. Literally on Monday. Like this
Yeah,
Monday.
I saw you post the flyer.
Yeah, yeah. And like yeah, that is something I want to take like very seriously, as seriously
Hmm.
as producing. But yeah.
I I was listening to Chronokinetic because what's it called? I remember Toby had mentioned that like he really fucks with Citadel, and then I was like, okay, let me revisit. And then when I was listening to Soba last night with a friend. At the end, he was like, it feels like I'm like walking through like the end credits of like a video game I used to play, and then it's funny that you mentioned Generator Rex because I was like, what's it called? When I was taking Ben 10, I was like, this also feels kind of like like if they made like a fan edit or like a fan cam of like
Yeah.
these things, like this is what, or if even they make, you know how sometimes they do like a reboot of some of these shows
Yeah.
and then they start
That's
again. Like that's like I feel like your music would be like really, it would fit in with the world that like they tried to make.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um and then what's it called? It had me like wondering, or had us wondering, like, have you ever, or would you ever want to like score a movie or work on music for like a TV show or series?
Yeah, 1000%. I feel like if like what's it called? Like obviously everything is timing, but 1000%. And like if obviously like the opportunity or chance was given, I would even want to like make my own anime or animation of some
Yeah.
sort. Like that I feel like would be like one of my like, I think once I've done that, that's one of my main goals for my career in music. Like to actually
Mhm.
like have that like down. That would be cool. Like especially like in a way like the Metro Boomin thing. Like that was crazy. I really fucked with what they did for
Hmm.
the Spider Man thing.
Is that on Netflix?
I,
I'm not sure. I'm thinking about something different.
Yeah,
Because like the first thing that came to my mind was I know Meg Thee Stallion kind of has some anime thing coming that like
yeah,
previewed on
okay,
Twitter.
yeah, true,
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
And then there's a guitarist called Flying Lotus. He works with
Mm, yeah.
Thundercat, and then he worked on an
yeah.
anime called Yasuke.
Oh, I know
I
that.
don't know if
I
you
think I
watched
know that
that.
one. Yeah, yeah. I didn't
So they
actually watch
found,
the anime itself though, but I know. Like I saw it basically. I need to watch it actually.
yeah, it's cool. I mean, at least the theme song is pretty crazy, and then there's like an album that's like the soundtrack, and it's cool as well. It's funny because we're trying to, at least there's two other people, for example, Ehi and Omarizu, and we're working on an anime soundtrack or score episode where like we're just talking about like different like theme songs and stuff. And Omarizu is like if you see the notes, he's mentioning different like people from, I know he mentioned like the JJK score was like really crazy in the last
Yeah,
season, which it was.
I have a friend that said
Um
that he listens to that P every day. I was
Is
like,
that
wow.
that's
that's
Eve,
crazy.
right? Eve does
Uh,
GJK. Like the band Eve.
oh,
Or
I
is it
actually don't
no,
even know. I actually don't
yeah.
know.
I think they do
I'm checking his
the
notes right now. I'll
the
see.
intro. But I know their music is crazy because it was also Ehi that put me on a few years ago.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah, for the anime heads that may be listening, which anime have you been fucking with recently?
I really fuck with Wisteria, like the one and sword. That one's really nice.
Okay.
Uh, Before that, what else have I watched recently? I started watching Crocus recently. Crocus basketball. I don't watch that. That's cool.
Okay.
Um, and then I'm just going to mention this one because it's not like I watched it recently. I watched it a long time ago, but for some odd reason on my TikTok, I've been seeing like content about it. Like
Mhm.
bro, like Naruto. So 2D,
Is Eve? It is.
2D.
That's, I feel like legacy anime. The only like, oh, I don't even think, I feel like Hunter x Hunter is like compared to like Naruto and Bleach and One Piece. Like Hunter x Hunter is still like a, like it's like the younger brother
Yeah.
in like that like
Mhm.
Yeah,
set. But like
yeah,
I would say that's the one I recently rewatched. I don't know if Devil May Cry counts as anime, but like a new season came out, I think like last week. So I started watching that.
Oh, I
It's
think.
based on like it's based on a video game.
Oh,
Um and then they adapted it into a series. Oh, what else have I been watching? I'm trying to finish up JoJo so I can go and watch like Steel Ball Run. Because I know like people said that that thing was really sick.
I
Um
watched JoJo's, but I haven't watched Two Run.
But yeah, and the JoJo's. I was going to bring that up in the episode. Like the JoJo's theme song for like the first arc, like the bass line in that one is crazy. Like I think my favorite theme songs when I think about anime were like JoJo's at the beginning, Full Metal, not Brotherhood, but like the original theme song. Like I fuck with that one.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then because I started watching Brotherhood recently as well, and like, oh no, it's okay. Like it's, I mean, not the show. I mean the theme song itself. Like it's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay. I think I went to show.
Yeah.
Sounds-
But then the music for the montages for JJK, they were, especially for this last season, they were insane.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I fuck with this.
Yeah. Do you
I
know what's so
fuck with this.
funny? I'm just deep in. I don't actually take in music like anime music.
Shows. Mm.
Anime, yeah, anime like music and intros. The only like song that
Mm-hmm.
stuck out to me from anime, like Sonny Boy. Like I don't know if you've heard of Sonny Boy. Like it's a very like strange one, but like
Mm.
I really love the guitar on that song. Like that just like that's the only one that stuck out to me for some reason.
Mm.
But
Okay, I'll revisit. I think because guys, sometimes it's like I think especially when I was first trying to like really find like new music to listen to and stuff, I was like, guy, what do guys do? Because like, yeah, you can scroll on Spotify and type random shit, but it's like,
Mm.
yeah,
bro, you do that enough times, and it's like sometimes you listen to bots, bro. Like
yeah,
it's like
bro.
this is not even like that good.
Yeah,
But when you're watching, I feel like sometimes when you watch a movie and like it's really well made, you'll be
Yeah.
like, let me just put on the
You have
Shazam
to
real quick, and it's
Shazam.
like you'll
facts.
find shit.
That is facts.
They really try.
Yeah.
Um,
I
but
was
another thing I wanted to
watching.
ask. Oh, yeah.
I went to watch Is God Is on Tuesday, and like I knew like a few songs. Like I feel like when you're in a movie and you hear a song that's either on the score or the soundtrack, and you hear a song that you like, and you know like okay, nobody else in this room knows this song. It's
Yeah.
like they were playing this song, and I was like, oh shit, this man with Dibango, and I was very excited, and I was like, all these people are Oyinbo, like there's no way they'll know what this is.
You don't know what's
And
going on.
then they started playing Death Grips, and that got me really excited because I used to have a very short-lived Death Grips phase, which that also leads me to talk about Citadel because like I don't know if you've seen the movie Dread, but it's like
No.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like a sci-fi-ish thing where like they all live in this dystopian, like everyone in this city lives in this like giant high rise,
Mm.
and they're like these bad people who are kind of the rulers, and they live at the top of the building. And basically if someone does something they don't like, no, it doesn't have to be a crime, it can be something they don't like, because they're also killing guys. Like they throw you off the top of the building, right, into the
Fuck.
ground, like the ground is like the town square, so
Mm.
everyone can see it. And like it's a very mysterious movie. They have this drug that they take where everything becomes really shiny
Mm.
and like glittery, and like they had this really cool camera thing they did with like slow mo that I don't remember too much about anymore. But like listening to Citadel made me feel like I was falling down from the top of that building. Or they threw me off because if you see, because I took some screenshots from the movie for like inspo for whatever I do in the future,
Yeah.
and like I feel like if you see the image, you know what I'm talking about.
That's cool,
Like,
bro. What did you say it was called,
yeah,
Dread?
Dread, like Dredd.
ETT.
I'll find out what year it came out and send to you because I think there's two versions.
That's cool. I'll check
But
it.
I feel like you do a really good job at. I think we've used the word world building a lot, but it's a good word.
Creating a feeling, bro.
Yeah,
Creating a feeling.
creating
Like,
like
yeah.
an environment. Yeah, like if you it felt like not necessarily dread, but like it feels like okay, I'm listening to this song, and if I close my eyes, there is a place, and this music, does a really good job at taking me or walking me through that place. Yeah, that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
was definitely the intention. And yeah, it was interesting because that was my first time like doing anything like that. Like I don't know.
Mm.
I haven't done it since then, but you guys are actually making me think that maybe I should actually. But yeah, I've
Tap
been
back in. Tap back in.
Listen.
yeah.
As in, and speaking of like what's it called, different things that you've done, I feel like you you and Lua and the people that you make music with are like prolific as fuck in that like I remember there was a when you were doing the different rollouts for I mean you just dropped the EP that had Mega Mood on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then Lua is always dropping something on the other. So it's like each TikTok is like a new song that like you guys are working on and like have made and like are putting out, and it's like is what's the ethos behind that? Is it just a thing where it's like we're never leaving you guys' fronts? Like this is like like we're here, like we're always putting something out, or like are you guys just always like working on something new? So it's like this is what we're working on, and then you like give it like
Yeah, I think Lua, especially Lua's problem is that he makes too much music sometimes, but
Mm,
we
yeah.
actually are always working on something. But like, I think in terms of like putting it out, I feel like I think it's just important to like, yeah, like you said, let guys know what you're working on. Like,
mm,
especially because I think it's like two things at the back of like everybody's mind. It's like, you know, that you get to a point where you can't afford to do that anymore. Like you can't do that as easily. So it's like you have to do it while you can.
mm,
And like you want to stay connected. Like
mm.
you want to stay connected to the music itself while you still have that connection to it, and like
Yeah.
to like stay connected with the people that listen to your music, or like pay attention to you also. So it's like,
Mm.
hmm
so it's those two things really.
Okay. Do you see you guys ever taking like a, or not even you guys, you specifically, like ever taking like a
Yeah.
pause or like a step back just for like a, just like a couple months, like let guys miss you and then you're not like okay I'm back, or like it's just as like as you feel it, you know.
Um. So for what's it called, for like in terms of from making music or from promoting music, because they're two different things technically.
That's true. That's true. I'll say promoting music because like
Oh,
yeah, promoting music.
promoting music definitely, because like I said, I think you get to a point where it's like you can't,
Mm.
like there's some things you can only do when you're like not like as big. When you're like as big, like it becomes, I don't know why, but I kind of I'm understanding why more and more, like why it becomes harder for you to do certain things.
Mm.
Hmm.
Like so, it's like you kind of need sabbaticals every now and again. And like,
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, I think for now though, like not really. I don't necessarily plan on like stopping, especially for this year, like
Yeah.
engagement.
Mm.
So yeah,
Okay.
I I think one thing that I've been thinking about a lot because of school is like how um creative tools, whether that be like software and like hardware and stuff, it's
yeah,
like increasingly easier to get or like democratized. And obviously we see that with your what they call it, with your videos. Do you think like you ever take it? Because I also saw the pictures you posted where you had um I'm assuming you're Edu because of what you had on. But like you had the
oh
red
yeah,
jewelry, yeah, the beads
yeah,
and the face. Like would you ever do, and I also feel like that was kind of uh I don't like to use the word cinematic, but like I'm leading to talking about, would you like, do you think you would take you further from like the promotional style you're doing right now to
yeah,
like more like scripted and directed stuff like short films or like a
yeah,
even like a movie, you know how they used to do like movie films?
yeah, hundred
Yeah.
percent. Like I 1,000%
Music.
would. Like I,
Music videos.
yeah, I definitely would. Like I think with some things, it's just like you also can like as long as it makes sense, I would do it. So like as long as it doesn't
Mm,
feel like I'm either overexerting energy to get it done, or like
yeah.
I'm losing focus from
Yeah.
like
Mm,
what actually I need to be doing. Like I would actually do it. I think that's something that would always make sense. Just depends on like the timing. So yeah, and yeah, it'd be interesting.
random question, but how do you feel about Immigration by Don't Jealous Me?
Migration by Don't Jealous Me. Is it that song from?
Yeah.
That's so
Yes.
funny. Like I don't know why in my head when you said immigration by, I was expecting you to say P Square song. And you said Don't Jealous Me. It took my brain like 5 seconds to process that.
To like process, yeah.
Yeah, guy,
Because
that
I was thinking
was.
about music videos and I was like, that's kind of a music video film or
I
whatever.
was literally going to say I can't forget that music video, man. That was a deep cut back then.
Literally.
I don't, and like
Literally.
looking back at this, I don't know whether I found it so funny or I actually enjoyed what he was doing a lot. It's funny,
Hmm.
like it's a deep one. Like that guy did a lot for us back then.
Yeah,
But
you
like,
did.
Okay, dude. Trying
Honestly, I
to
feel like it's funny, but like the music still kind of holds up. Like, what was that? There was another one. I mean, there were multiple, but like there was another one that was really big.
yeah, I can't remember
Um,
now.
the
I feel like I
Adele
watched
one
this.
I used to unironically listen to. It was like a remix of Hello.
I think I
This
know
was
the one
like,
I'm talking about.
yeah.
I actually think I don't know what I'm talking about.
Did he do a black and yellow remix, or was that one?
Yeah, I
Was that
think so.
just
I think
a?
I think that was those African boys or something, Niger
Okay,
boys
it
or
might have
something.
been.
Yeah,
Hmm.
It might have been.
yeah.
Because I used to watch mainly like the skits that he did, or when he was talking in like the laundry room and stuff. Like I wasn't like
Hmm.
I watched the immigration one maybe once, and then I started listening because it was him and Vujabi David Vianich, where
Yeah.
Oh,
so I now
look.
yeah, because guy he looks so different. Like he doesn't look like he looks now, but it's like it's both of them. And then when I now went back, I was like, oh shit, and then
Mhm.
um, but I wasn't too into the music side of things. I'm trying to see. I feel like now you're collaborating with more artists outside of just Lua, because like I know Indie did a breakdown recently where
Mhm.
she had mentioned that like you had helped on the production, and then even before like there's a song, you have a song with Cam K and like AD and stuff. Like
No.
how do you? I feel like with AD and Indie, those people feel still like close to like your circle of the artists that like we see you like interact with more. Like
Mhm.
have you um made forays into like artists that like artists outside of that? Like what does that like? Do they reach out to you? Like are you reaching out to people?
Yeah, it depends on the artist, but like both. Like there's some people that hit me up. Sometimes I hit people up and like feel it would make
Mhm.
sense. I think like it's interesting because I think within the past year, like the like there's like it's gone from like me like narrowing intentionally narrowing down who I'm working with because like again I want to be
Mhm.
very intentional about like what the outputs or outcomes are. So then like there's now a lot more people that like kind of like I feel like my vision would align with.
Yeah.
And it's like there's like a lot to be done in that sense, which is good. So it's
Mhm.
like I'd hit people up like and like whenever people reach out and it makes sense, like I'm always ready to work. So
Mm-hmm.
Does promo come in? Like, does promo factor become a factor when you're thinking about that as well?
like in terms of like who it would be like who I'm producing with that
Yeah.
would be good to promote them.
Or yeah.
Not necessarily because I do like still believe like to an extent as long as the
Mhm.
song is good, like the
Yeah.
promo will make sense. Like that is what people are there for at the end of the day. I think what I
Mhm.
do think about like quote unquote promo wise, but doesn't necessarily about the
Mhm.
music. I do think about like how much I like someone's like branding. Like it's not
Mhm.
just the music that gets me like excited to work with somebody. It's like actually kind of like seeing them as an actual artist, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not just someone that
Mm-hmm.
makes good music. There's a difference. But yeah.
Also, because you mentioned, I was going to ask about like how you felt about like I'm a piano and like
Yeah.
the other popular South African house genres right now, and like
Yeah.
if you're ever going to experiment, because I know I don't think I've heard you play with that genre yet.
Yeah. So in terms of that, like I feel like it's interesting because yeah, like definitely, especially this summer, I feel like you're probably gonna hear like something that's
Mhm.
like very heavily influenced by that. Like so yeah, answer is yeah. Like
You're waiting.
yeah, it's interesting in
It's like
general how like things have gone like with music and like African music because I remember
Yeah.
even like Afro beats like that's something like that when I started I wasn't like I was running away from referencing or taking
Yeah.
inspiration from it.
Mhm.
But like the more of like comes again, think about what I actually want to represent and who I am. Like it's just become an obvious thing to look to. But yeah.
Mhm.
mhm. Can you play any instruments?
Um fluently no, but I can. Like I
Which.
Okay, you can get by.
yeah, like I started learning piano and I did like
Mhm.
I think I went past grade one
Mhm.
and then I stopped for some time. I still play every now and again. And then like I did like I was in then I did violin at some points, not long. Then I did saxophone. I was in orchestra in secondary school in Naj. And I used to play in church. So I
Are you
can
serious?
technically, yeah, I can technically
Sax?
say, yeah, sax, yeah.
That's crazy.
I can technically say, but I've not done it in years, so it wouldn't be that great.
That's the exact
Okay,
same
because
musical journey I had because I started with piano, or yeah, I did piano in primary school, and I was like, I wasn't feeling this thing. And then, I mean, I've always had music instruments around me because I feel like my parents wanted me to do something.
Yeah.
that wasn't only school. 'Cause so like I always had a keyboard or like a recorder or a harmonica in the house,
Oh,
which
yeah,
was interesting.
recorder.
Cause and then I started learning saxophone, and then I feel like when you learn how to play saxophone, you can play any other reed instrument. So
Yeah.
I was playing clarinet, and recorder became like a lot easier than all
Yeah,
the
than those, yeah.
yeah
In
you know
comparison,
those
it's so easy.
the songs that they taught us were like Mary Had a Little Lamb, all those songs, national anthem, things like that. I also played violin for like a very short time,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's like my biggest regret, like quitting violin, because I feel like that's an insane instrument.
Yeah, but it's
It's an
actually, I think
insane
it's the
instrument.
hardest looking back. Like,
Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, you have to be
oh,
really dexterous as well.
yeah, and I forgot, I actually play like guitar now. Like I'm
Ah,
actually trying to
fresh.
learn actively.
That's what I was, cause what's it called? I feel like at the end of, I want to say, hold on, it might be sober, but there's like a guitar on Chronokinetic. There's a guitar riff for a while, and I was
Yeah,
like,
no, Citadel.
did you
Okay, yeah, so
Citadel ahead?
that one, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I
Okay, okay,
actually
okay,
got
okay, okay.
somebody, like, I found somebody. I actually did this. I actually wanted to go and find somebody because I was like, damn, this needs like a guitar solo. And like,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I let them know like my influences, and I kind of like directed them like how to do it. And like that's how we came up with that. That was an interesting process. But yeah,
wait. So
Okay,
when you're,
first.
you're learning guitar now, right?
yeah,
So so I'm assuming this is for the future to play on your own music.
yeah. That's definitely why. I
Yeah, that
think
would be
it's
cool.
because of like the. I think I decided I was going to do it after like Citadel.
Hmm.
Like that's probably subconsciously why I've not done it again, because maybe the next time I want to do it, then it's me doing it. Not like
Hmm.
that. But yeah,
No, no, I was going to be like, cause even like the SoundCloud ones get play like for, especially cause like for something like Superwoman or like Super, like you
yeah,
like promoted Superwoman for a while, so it's like
yeah,
there was like a lot of like time for people to like really like fuck with this, even if it wasn't on like Spotify, which is like more easily accessible.
yeah. Literally.
So I was just curious, like which one, yeah, just to add on, like which songs do you feel?
That's the thing. I would say right now, like I guess there's some that I've worked with some people
Hmm.
like that. Like I was at the time, I was like, damn, like I wish. Like there's a song where I sampled "Peace of Mind." Like that's one of my. Like I like that beat a lot. But like I think every other thing that I've worked with people, like with anybody else, I think they all like,
Gets to where it
yeah,
needs to get to.
yeah. Like I feel like also in terms of like I never really actually deep music from a perspective of like, oh, like people should be gauging
Hmm.
this and not gauging this, because I'm very well aware when like some songs are like for me and like
Hmm.
songs are for people. Like that's also allowed.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's not something I necessarily like think about, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I guess now I'm thinking more like visuals. Like how much would you say has your wardrobe has changed like since you started making music?
So that's the funny thing, like a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's changed. It's had seasons of change itself. Because
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
when I first started making music, I wasn't even thinking about fashion in any way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
And obviously, by the time I started thinking about like putting myself out there, I started thinking about like what I want to wear, and then like most like even like last year, I would say I started like dressing. Like I started
Hmm.
prioritizing how I dress like a lot, not
Yeah,
out of like concern for putting myself out there, but out of concern for like expressing myself.
yeah.
So like like that's the way it's kind of changed like over time.
And then I know like online sometimes like I'll see some shit that like you or Laura was, and I'm like, okay, this is fresh. Or like I know when you guys are joking, like when like there was a video where I saw you guys wearing like the tiaras. I don't know if you wore the heels as well,
Yeah,
but like
that was
there was like the heel, and then you know
just
exactly like that shit was, and then you know like what's it called? Nigerians now is like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like just make the music and shit. Like, is
yeah,
that something that like when you guys are like going through Lagos and stuff like? Is that something that people say in person as well? Because I've noticed sometimes like guys will say shit online and then in person like you'll be bro like you have your own mind about these things like you're like fresh like
yeah.
you don't follow like is it more like a is it the same energy outside where like people are acting weird, or like is it more so a like, oh, I respect the swag, bro?
I think you always get a bit of both. Like just in general, there's some people that will like either give you weird looks or like will like, and some guys will show you love. Like it's always a bit of both. Like I think in
Mm.
Nigeria especially, you get guys that don't know how to mind their business a lot. So, but even here, I remember like the other day, this one was even I wasn't wearing anything crazy. I went
Mm.
into like
Hmm.
one place to box. The guy said that I'm giving him the wrong idea with the shirt I'm wearing. I just looked at the guy. I said, so you can't wear tight shirts again.
I'm
Like,
so sorry.
The thing I say, I'm giving him the wait. What does that even mean?
do you
He told
understand?
you you're giving him the wrong
I'm
idea,
giving him the wrong idea. I just said, this guy, you're not even serious.
bro.
I'm not actually serious. And that's here, oh, like in London, not even in Lagos.
Talking of Lagos, yeah,
Like, bro,
I feel
so
like that's the thing I could hear from a Nigerian person.
yeah, thanks.
like definitely. Like some Nigerian pulling you aside just to tell you like the way you're
Mm.
carrying yourself now is not is not how you want to be.
Bro,
It's not how
they're
you
telling you
want
that
you
it's
want
not how
people to
you
know
want to
you.
be. That's the
Exactly.
issue.
It's like, bro, like I think I know how I want to be. I'm the one wearing the thing. Maybe,
Like, maybe
maybe.
you. That's maybe.
Shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, so funny.
Toby, do you have any more questions?
Before we close, before you because you mentioned like you watch a lot of anime, do you also watch a lot of movies or shows?
Um, yeah, I don't watch a lot of movies, like, but yeah,
Mm.
every now and again, I try.
Mhm.
I watched this movie recently that was it had Zach Fox in it, and I can't and Cam Hicks. I can't think of anyone else in the movie that's popular. But there's this one guy on TikTok. He's a comedian and he makes I'm not sure. I think I've sent you his videos before. Like he makes these videos. He has like a group of like they're really like young, upcoming stand-up comedians, and their jokes are kind of bad.
You're
But it's
dry.
fun. Yeah, like it's really dry. Like I don't know if you've
I
seen
know
the
what you're talking
chief
about.
the chief meteorologist one, but
Yes,
it's like
yes, yes, yes,
it's
yeah,
not it's
yeah,
not
yeah,
him,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's his friend.
One
Yeah,
of his guys, yeah.
yeah, and like so the movie is about this guy who is essentially farms in this artist, right? And he's he
I'm gonna
he
call the
he.
name for you.
He isn't necessarily farms in, but like the artist comes into the store where he works and he starts playing a song the artist likes. And he's like, and the artist is like, oh, who's playing this shit? Like nobody knows this shit. And
Hmm.
then they now get this guy working at the store to become their documentarian or whatever. So he's now the guy doing the album cover. He's making a documentary about the guy. And then things start getting really weird. Like he comes like really close to his face. Like it's like he's trying to have a moment. And it's like, okay, guy, like there's no moment. Like everybody's here.
Yeah,
Like we're just chilling. Or like
yeah.
there's a point where he brings his own guy to the party and they start forgiving his guy. And he's like, nah, there's only space for me. So they're shooting an album cover, right? And they don't like his pictures. So his guy starts taking the picture, and then his guy's on the ladder, and he basically pushes the ladder down and injures his guy, like just so he can be in the spotlight
In
again.
front. Yeah.
Yeah, like he just keeps doing things like that throughout the film, and I'm just thinking about how how you're thinking about like the evolution of a fan from like a fan like or is that something you're afraid of? Like,
Like
someone, yeah, like,
Groupies.
like fans, groupies. I mean, I feel like there's like groupies are groupies, and there's people that like this guy takes it to a different level. Like
yeah.
he's
Like
essentially,
different levels of farms in like guys that
yeah,
become like your best friends, but you don't know them from anywhere.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, am I afraid of that?
Kind of. I mean,
Well, have you ever had any experiences like that? Like, do guys like
yeah,
farms you guys? Where
just
it's like,
strange experiences.
That wouldn't be nice to say now, but
You don't have to get
I was about to say,
specific, but it happens. It
the way
happens.
you just laugh now, there's an experience. There's an experience.
yeah, I feel like no, but I think the thing is like I don't blame people, and I'm not afraid of it because it's like how do I explain it? Like I feel like I always have a choice. Like I don't unless I'm like yeah, I get what you mean, Sha, but I'm not afraid of it. I feel like I'm not afraid to say like no or to like set my boundaries with someone I don't know.
Mhm.
So it would
Yeah.
never like I'll never feel like the uncomfortability will never stick with me, even though like I'm uncomfortable in the moment if at any point.
Yeah.
So it's never that deep really. And like obviously at the back of my mind, I have it that the person is only acting like this because they like appreciate or like suppose it's like
Yeah.
so it's like
Mhm.
I'm not taking it in too much regardless.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was it was a hard watch, but like it's an interesting. It was a well made film.
Yeah, and I can
Movie's
imagine.
called Lurker Abbey.
Yeah, Lurker. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer.
Mm.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I don't
But
have,
yeah, man. Guys, that's episode
So 14.
14 of the Apple Apple podcast.
mm.
3CB, thanks for joining us, bro. Like,
Everyone, how
really
is it?
appreciate it.
I'm happy to have been there.
And
Enjoyed this.
exactly. And for anyone that like wasn't really familiar, we've given you a nice hour to get to know him, get familiar. So hope you enjoyed it. In fact, guy, in fact, before we even go, in the what's it called? In the videos, there's like the normal like,
Yeah, I was going to say, what does that mean?
bro, what does that mean?
How can this mean anything? It's vibes, man. It's vibes.
Because I was like, am I like? And sometimes, like, you watch something, you're like, okay, this is definitely vibes, but it's like, just in case,
It's
just in
lamba, it's
case.
lamba. Don't worry. If
Okay, now,
if I was to give you an explanation, that would be wicked of me, sir. But yeah,
yeah, okay, first. Anyhow, okay, so guys, that's the episode 14, man.
safe,
See you
safe,
guys.
safe.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Okay,
wait,
we can
let's
stop
do
recording.
the thumbnail. Yeah, let's do the thumbnail before we stop recording. So
What are you
like, we
thinking
had
for
an idea
thumbnail?
to do the thing for the thumbnail.
Yeah, that's true for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
No, I should do like this of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess all of us. Yeah.
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me stop recording.
Alright, cool.